Hey guys, Monkey here. Sorry that I've been gone for a while. Been focusing a lot on the high school stuff, and also just been kind of just doing other things outside of school. A lot of concerts, a lot of shows and stuff for choir. But yeah, I am back, and today we are doing an unboxing and review. Now, if you all remember my last video, we did the Did We Stand 3-pack Goat or the GoBot Guardian 3-pack. That's what it was. And, as I mentioned, Cosmos was supposed to get here sometime. Well, something happened, and first of all, he's here now. Second of all, we had to cancel the order and then reorder him. Because the original seller that we ordered him from on not Facebook, on Amazon, never sent him out. They said they did, but never did. So, yeah. We had to cancel and order from a different seller on Amazon. As you know, there are like different stores or companies that sell stuff on Amazon. You know, you can go through alternative buying options for cheaper prices. For example, maybe you can get something for $10 instead of like 30, but it could take half a year to ship, or not to ship, to get to you. You know, stuff like that. But he finally came in. He came in the 19th, but took a little bit for him to get here because he was sent to another family member's house. But yes, we finally have Cosmos. One of my Grail figures originally, as this figure may have been for a lot of other Transformers fans. As Cosmos was infamously difficult to get back in Legacy of Velocitron, that Walmart exclusive line. And thanks to Walmart being Walmart, they short packed the guy. So he was actually particularly painful to get. Now, today, we have him. And thank God, too, because I would have lost my mind. But yeah, let's take a look at the box, the figure, and get today's unboxing and review. Yes, you heard that right, and review. Just like last video, we are doing both today. You guys are getting spoiled. Nah, I just take forever to upload, though, so I guess it's not really being spoiled, huh? But, yeah. Cosmos. God, I need to start making scripts for these videos sometime, you know? Nah. But the front of the box shows Cosmos going into battle with his blaster and the flag piece from Velocitron being attached. They have it titled as Autobot Cosmos, Hasbro, Transformers Legacy United, Transformers Generations, Takara Tomy. Go from the top, Transformers Legacy United. Side, we have him running into battle. And back of the box shows 40 years of Transformers. Underside, Transformers Legacy United, Cosmos. Side of the art, or side of the box, has that Smearl. And yeah, I already cut the bottom tape so I could get them out for you guys much easier. There you go. Pull from the bottom flaps. Then pull out. Well, got them out of the box. Alright, got our instruction booklet. As you can see, looks lovely. As you know, we don't use instructions here, though, unless if it's an expensive or a complicated figure. Now, straight to getting them out. Ooh, there we go. Got Cosmos free from his prison. Packed in similar to how Pathfinder was packed, I believe. I don't know. I don't really watch my videos anymore. I kind of stopped doing the QC checks on my videos lately. Ooh, that might serve as a problem. Joint's a little tight, and when you move it up, it untabs it. Might have to look into that a little bit. Oh! That's not good. That's a stress mark in the shoulder. Other side doesn't have that, but this side does. That's a little scary, actually. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. Especially with it being Cosmos. This guy was already such a pain to get my hands on thanks to Amazon being Amazon. But then it's already come in pre-damaged. Not too happy about that, actually. But yeah. Gotta get the baggie of parts. And we just start opening. As you guys know, Cosmos only comes with 2 accessories, as with Pathfinder. Because in the original Legacy Velocitron, he only had 2. The gun and, if it wants to come out, the flag. So this is like, it's a sand green piece? No, that makes sense. Most of the figure's sand green. Also, if you guys have, I'm not sure if I've gone over it in any of my LEGO videos, I love sand green. It is one of my personal favorite colors, which is probably why I've already just clinged onto the figure of Cosmos. A good chunk of him is sand green. And if you guys remember, just sand green is that color for me. I love sand green. But yes, as Pathfinder before... Actually, 1 second. Let's get Pathfinder real quickly. Let's do that comparison. Alrighty. I don't know where his accessories are right now. You know what? Give me just a moment. I'll go look for them. Alrighty. Found them. Alright. Now, comparisons between the two. As we all know, Cosmos was the original owner of the mold. Definitely rocks it better. I won't lie. But Pathfinder... Oh, shit. Alright. But Pathfinder is definitely really good in their own right. They use different shades of red for the head. I just realized. Pathfinder uses this brighter shade while Cosmos uses this darker shade. Honestly, I'm not sure which one I like better. I like this brighter shade of red, but I also really like this darker shade. I might have to switch the heads around, see if I like one bit more than the other. Either way, the paint apps on both are done really well, while the color matching on Cosmos looks a lot better with the yellow on the arms and the legs compared to Pathfinder. Because, to be fair, trying to paint yellow on blue isn't going to go as well as painting yellow on green, because green is already yellow and blue mixed. While if you're doing that yellow paint on blue plastic, it's not going to look as great. And I just realized they use different shades of yellow as well. So I guess I can't really make that comparison all that fairly, but yeah. You know, they go for this much brighter shade of yellow instead of this paler shade that they got going on Cosmos. But yeah. Paint apps on the chest are different. And honestly, I like Cosmos's better. Cosmos just has more variety in the chest. The silver on Pathfinder is beautiful, but they do the silver that I really like on the middle really well, but then they also add these extra shades. And Pathfinder already rocked this lighter shade of blue as well for the chest, but looking at the blue on Cosmos' chest here as well, I feel like Pathfinder may have looked a little bit better if they used these maybe different shades of blue on the chest as well. I like the royal blue, but I feel like this light blue here would have looked real good on the chest as well. By the looks of it, there's no other types of paint apps on Cosmos and Pathfinder that are too different. I guess the only really different thing, besides their colors, is the fact that the shoulders are... I apologize if you hear yelling in the background. This is my mother again. Alright, so the only difference is, like in paint apps, besides the drastically different colors, is probably the shoulders. Shoulders on Pathfinder are painted to go alongside with the dark blue of the arms, while in Cosmos they're just left the basic sand green instead of using this dark green to continue the rest of the paint. And honestly, I don't mind. I haven't transformed Cosmos yet though, so I'm not too sure how I like it, but yeah, from the looks of it so far, I'm loving it. Now we go into weapons. Obviously, it's just Cosmos's gun, just blue, green, just personal preference, whichever one you prefer. Now, where it actually gets different is the flags. Pathfinder goes for this triangle. I'm not exactly sure what Pathfinder's flag is entirely. I got nothing against it, though. It looks lovely, but I'm also not too sure what it is. I do like the transition, the radiant from the yellow to the orange to the red. I like that transition. It looks good. Now, the flag, on the other hand, I love this flag. And considering the fact that Cosmos is part of the Velocitron, or was part of the Velocitron wave, just makes his flags 10 times better for me, because you know he was not racing characters like Override, Hot Rod, and Blur. And I love that they just use him and Road Hauler and Clampdown as like just workers. Clampdown's supposed to get the drivers that like just flew off the track back on the track. Clampdown's supposed to arrest any cheaters, I guess. I'm not too sure what Clampdown really does in Velocitron. And then Cosmos is kind of our starter. You know, he's the one that starts the race, lets it go off, you know? Ooh, that's a bit of a tight fit, though. That might shear the peg off over time, or... Yeah, see, it's already starting to chip some of the paint on the side. Yeah, it's already starting to chip a little bit. Or it could stress the plastic around here out. But, yeah. Like, on this figure, we don't worry about that issue, you know? It's loose. No, well, it's not loose. It's not going to come off, but... You know, there's no paint on the peg, so you don't have to worry about it stressing this out or risking shearing the peg off. That might be my one gripe with this. The paint on this peg might break it. Which will suck if that does break, considering just the idea of the idea of a Transformer just rocking with a flag as their accessory it's comical to me. And I love it. I just love it. But yeah. That being said, we'll keep you here. We gotta do size comparisons. Then we gotta go over articulation with my little green chunky saucer boy. And yeah. So for size comparison, as you already know, Cosmos and Pathfinder are the same size because they're both practically the same person. Then for deluxe class, we'll bring in Scrapper and Scavenger, I think. Then for Voyager, we'll bring in Vector Prime. And if you're wondering why such the random variety, I don't really have any figures around me right now. Let's see, Leader Class. Megatron, because why not? Don't got Galvatron on hand anymore. But, yeah. Megatron. Oh my god, Vector, put that sword down. There you go. Megatron for comparison. And yeah. Yoink. Yoink. And yoink. And now, back to the figures. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah, right, articulation. Yoink. Almost forgot that one. Articulation is your basic points of articulation, or modern basics. Almost modern basics. Modern basics would have a wrist swivel, but even then, not really. There are quite a few modern figures that don't, so I don't really mind that, actually. The modern articulation system is basically War for Cybertron and above. You know, your ankle pivots, your waist... Jesus, I just realized, what? Wait a minute, did Pathfinder didn't have a full... What? Pathfinder doesn't have a full 360. Why does Cosmos have a full 360? Wait a minute. Whoa, when did Cosmos get a 360 rotation? What? Is it just not... Is it not out all the way? Oh. Is mine a little weird? Wait a minute. I could have... Oh, yay! You do have a 360 waist swivel. Oh my god. Oh my god. Man, I'm being really annoying. I'm sorry. But yeah. Pathfinder has a bit of an issue. His like section here is a little bit at an angle. Cosmos is serving how it's supposed to. That's cool, actually. I mean, it's not good, but that's also pretty neat. Just another reason why the original's better. Or I guess the original character of the mold is better. I'm not sure how good the QC on Velocitron Cosmos was, and I fear the QC on that guy, for you never really know. But yes, articulation. There is a 360 at the head. Head could look up that far, down that far, and tilt side to side that far. Ooh, I'm loving that. There's a 360 at the arms, all the way around. Arms can go out that far. There's a swivel at the elbow, full 360. About a 90-degree bend. Just a heads up, if you're going to swivel the arm, swivel it first, then bend it. Do not bend or do not swivel while the arm is bent, because that will risk it chipping the paint. You know, it is still paint. There's no wrist swivel, but there is a hand bend for transformation. As you just all saw, there is a waist swivel. I'm in love with that. Legs can go out that far, back that far. Jesus, how did I not realize Pathfinder's legs can go back that far? There's a knee bend, almost perfect 90 degrees, and an ankle pivot. Not extreme ankle pivots, but extreme enough. And then legs could go out to the side that far. I'm not sure if I mentioned that just yet. And side skirts could go up that far. As you can see, he can do the splits as Pathfinder could. I'd be surprised if one version of the mold can't do what the other version can. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into the transformation. Giving you that side eye. Alright. So first step, rotate that around. It's on a flap system, just as I mentioned in the GoBots video, I believe. Fists rotate inwards. You then want to shift this whole assembly upwards. And as I mentioned earlier, this little yellow piece right here goes onto this little tab. Oh, this little tab that helps lock it in. Just like so. Then you want to pull this part back. This slot has a little tab right there that it goes into. As I just showed you, it rotates. You flip this panel up to fill in the back. Bend it inward a little bit. And before you do all that, you're going to want to flip out this piece and rotate it to the sides. Do the same thing here. Ankle pivot, then rotate upward. Ankle pivot, rotate upward. And collapse the feet together, like so. Move the legs upward. Then push the hip assembly back, like so. And then tab in the side skirts. Then the final bit is to push this whole assembly in. Put those all together. And then had to make sure there's no issues with it. That is Cosmos. My glorified trash can on a Frisbee. My beautiful, beautiful, ugly mess of a figure. He's not a bad figure at all. I just love how stupid his UFO looks. It's ridiculous. But you gotta love it because of how ridiculous the idea is. Robots in disguise. Oh yes, I'm a robot in disguise. I'm going to turn into a flying saucer and fly above populated cities. They can take pictures of me and say, "Ooh, the aliens are back. They're going to abduct us." But yeah, Cosmos, his alt mode, is beautiful. It's clearly the stupid alt mode that it's always needed to be, and that's why I love it. It's so goofy. It's such a goofy alt mode, and I'm in love with it because of how goofy it is. I just love it. I love Cosmos as a figure. He's just wonderful. And if you ever get a chance to like get him on the cheap end, like retail to 30, 39-ish, if you can get him for around those prices, get him. He's just such a good figure. And yeah, we're gonna get some size comparisons going. Go over some of the... Actually, let's go over the gimmick right now. I don't got any blast effects. Are you kidding me? Alright. I'm grabbing the blast effect. You know what? We can rock with that. If I can grab it. There you go. Got it. So Cosmos on the front here has 2 nubs for blast effects. As you can see... Okay, cannot hold that much weight. We'll put you there. We'll put you there. As you can see, works pretty well, actually. Oh, okay. The tree fell off, but... Okay, it took a little bit more force to get the bigger one off. But yeah, stays in pretty well. And now I can transform the other guys for size comparisons. Alrighty, got the other guys transformed. We got our Cosmos. Angle the camera a little. Now for deluxe class. Let's bring in Pathfinder, fellow deluxe class, and sharer of the mold. Now, let's bring in all the mini bots I got. We got Bumblebee. We got Brawn. We got Gears. Warpath. Oh, stem's in the way. There we go. And finally... Shit. There you go. You got your moments of fame, buddy. Alrighty. And Beachcomber. Then for Voyager... Oh, wait, actually, I almost forgot. We also got Scrapper and Scavenger. And now we bring in Road Hauler for our Voyager. Man, this is a really weird size comparison. I've never done size comparison with this many characters. And finally, leader class. We got Grimlock. My God, looks like I'm just trying to sell all of these. I guess come buy my figures, my wonderful collection. Let's move them all off so we can get that size comparison of Grimlock. And as you can see, Grimlock is Grimlock. Absolutely massive. And with that being said, that, I believe, is everything in this video. My concluding thoughts on the figure: he is wonderful. He is just my little round ball of joy. He is just a little guy, you know, woo. Yeah. He is a wonderful figure. If you have the money to spare, and he's not going for a ridiculous price, anything over 40 is a little much for this guy. But yeah, if you can find him for a decent price, get him. He is a genuinely good figure, and I wholeheartedly suggest this to any collector, for just any collector in the Transformers space, you know? Don't matter if you're collecting mini bots, live action, Beast Wars, animated. I suggest you at least get one version of this Cosmos mold. It can be Velocitron, United, Pathfinder. For as long as you get your hands on this mold somehow, because he is just a genuinely very fun guy. He's a wonderful desk transformer already. Let's say, as you guys just saw, I just unboxed him today. He's that good already. So yeah, with that being said, see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.